Good morning, Emmett. How are you? Good morning, Dia. How are you? Hi, Colden. Hi, Abby. Hi, Chen Chen. Hold on one second here. I gotta. Okay, Emmett. Good morning. Dia. Good morning. Colden. Good morning. Abby. Good morning. Chen Chen. Good morning. Good morning, Lex. Chen Chen. Peyton Roberts. Good morning, buddy. How are you? Avery. Good morning. Ollie, good morning. Ollie, thanks for that link. I haven't had a chance to watch that video yet. Good morning, Alara. Good morning, Jules. Somerset, good morning. Good morning, Russell. Good morning, Izzy. Good morning, Lena. Good morning, Everett. Good morning, Sammy. Good morning, Cameron. Good morning, Maggie. Cooper, good morning. Good morning, Mia. Mallory, good morning. All right. So let me just write some more notes. I'm looking for somebody to take notes, as always. Good morning, Sadie. Just trying to get organized here. It's been a long week, and I am having to get re-used to it, even though I haven't gone anywhere. Maggie Cords, how about if you take notes? Lena took notes last week. It's exactly 9 o'clock. So welcome, Zoe Plumber Trip. Good morning, Maggie. The link for the notes is in the it's in the chat box. Good morning, Nico. Good morning, Owen. Let me see notes. First this morning, Emmett Jarvis was first on the call. Emmett Jarvis, and Maggie's taking notes. Good morning, Ella. Good morning, Cadence. Good morning, Keegan. All right. Well, first of all, I can't actually see you, but it's great to know that you're on the call. I hope everybody had a great break. We had one day there. Boy, Saturday was beautiful. How nice was Saturday? It was incredible. 60 degrees. Got outside, really loved it. You guys do you have snow down in Montpelier? Over 1,000 feet last night. It was supposed to snow 2 to 6 inches. I'm sure there are people actually who are skiing this morning. Um, so it was too warm. The weather report called for snow at higher elevations, which was a little distressing, but that's the way it goes. 2-hour walk on Saturday. That's awesome. It was just really nice, and I think everybody's kind of pining for good weather. Yeah, Ollie went skiing last week, so if you get up high enough, there's still some snow. So again, it's just really great to know that folks are on the call. We have really good numbers for the first call back from break, which is good. I hope, again, everybody had a really good break. This starts sort of the beginning of the end of the year. And so before I forget, it's not even on the agenda, but we actually have a Dynamix online yearbook that we are trying to put together. And I'll kind of talk more about that as we move forward. But if you have pictures of yourselves doing any activities, good morning, Owen. Good morning, Ezra. If you have pictures of yourselves doing any activities, outdoors or anything creative, please be passing those along, because we do have an online yearbook. And now is the time that we have to start thinking about how we're going to conclude our year and what that's going to look like. And I just want to remind everybody, I hope people are staying safe, practicing good social distancing, washing your hands, all that stuff. We're definitely not out of the woods yet, even though Vermont situation seems to be improving. So this week, to start off, good morning, Elka. Just to start off, I've kind of really dialed back the expectations for the week, and when I say dialed back, I really just want to focus on the Vermont History Day this week. I want people to kind of get back into the swing of things, and then we'll pick up the pace as we move forward next week. But this week, we're really just going to focus on the Vermont History Day. I have about almost 60% of students have turned in a completed annotated bibliography. If you haven't turned in your annotated bibliography, if you could try and get that in by Tuesday, that would be excellent. And if you have finished your annotated bibliography, then you want to be working on your Vermont History Day slideshow. Remember, that's a challenge by choice. There's a short video and a slideshow that I've included in your email this morning that describes how you choose the level that you want to. Good morning, Delilah. It's good to have you here. So you have to choose your challenge for the Vermont History Day, and then you have to put together that slideshow. So all things said and done, if you have your annotated bibliography completed by Tuesday, tomorrow, or Wednesday, and you have a rough draft of your slideshow by the end of the week, then you're going to be in really good shape. The final draft of your slideshow isn't due until Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And remember that for a lot of these things, there's a flexible deadline. So if you get it done, you get it done. If you don't get it done, by the suggested deadline, keep plugging away, keep working on it. And then when you do submit it, make sure you let me know, and then I will give you your certificate for that. So again, good morning, Hazel. I'd really like us to try and get the Vermont History Day completed, by early next week. And then just to give you a little bit of the shape of what's going to happen for the rest of the year, once we complete our Vermont History Day, and again, we're going to kind of take it slow and easy this week, work on that Vermont History Day, get that tucked in bed. And then once that happens, next week, we'll go back to the Odyssey. And then for the remaining part of the year, we're going to finish it out with the Odyssey. And then we're going to finish it out with some independent projects where you'll have some choices as to what you want to study and how you want to demonstrate your learning. For 8th graders, we need to start talking about your speech. And, what even is that going to look like? I'm talking with a lot of, not a lot, but I'm talking with the other language arts teachers about how we culminate this part of your learning and how we help you transition to the high school. And so we've talked about creating a speech. We've talked about creating slideshows. I'm kind of in favor of a multimedia slideshow type deal, but I'll be asking for your opinion on that. So yeah, and Dia has a question. Can we have a Google Meet about speeches? Yeah, we can definitely do that. A couple things. I'll get to that in a second. A couple things. Okay, before I go any further. So 2 questions. Can we have a Google Meet about speeches and for 8th graders? And Dia, I would say that'll probably happen next week because I'm meeting with the literacy teachers this week, and we're probably going to start developing a plan for that. Mia Reynolds has a question. Are we going to start figuring out Crafter's Edge roles for next year? That is still a little bit up in the air. I'm not quite sure what that is looking like. So what I'm suggesting is that I'll start asking questions about that, and I'll get back to you with more information. Dia has another question about the slideshow of all the 8th graders. Are they doing that this year? I'm assuming they will, but what I would like to do is I'd like to have us do a Dynamix 802 online yearbook, and then we can probably give a lot of that material right over to the school-wide material. And so that'll be sort of a stepping stone. So we'll have a Dynamix 802 online yearbook, and I'll be asking 7th and 8th graders to put that together, and then we'll contribute that probably right to the schools, and then they can pick and choose and put that together. Okay. Hi, Rowan. How are you? So I'm actually going to, Dia, I'm going to write that question down So who's in charge of question? Okay, sorry about that. I will, uh, Maggie Cords, if you could write that down too in the notes, who's in charge of the slideshow, that'll be good, and I'll find that out. Okay. So, a couple things for this week that you need to know about. At 11 o'clock today, we have a green team meeting. That's optional, but we have a green team meeting. We'll be talking about, hopefully John Jose will be there. We'll be talking about some projects that we're going to try and get off the ground here at the end of the year. Tomorrow at 9:20, eighth graders, we're going to have a Google Meet for any Vermont History Day questions you may have. Again, that's optional, but I'll be available to answer any questions you have about Vermont History Day. On Wednesday, we'll have a Google Meet for seventh graders, also at 9:20. And then on Wednesday at 11:30, we'll have our regular social meeting. If you just want to show up and talk and share and connect with Team Dynamix students, that'll be at 11:30 on Wednesday. And then on Thursday and Friday, we'll have Minecraft at 1:15. And then I also have office hours on Friday from 9:30 to 10:30. So just a couple reminders. Let me just see here. So in the email that I sent you this morning, there's a link. We've updated the Dynamix 802 online schedule, so it looks more like the Monday memo. You might want to check that out. We're hoping that that's going to help you navigate and find your resources a little bit more easily. And then I went over the meetings. I think that's pretty much it. You just, during your humanities time this week, from after the live streams till about 9:55, before you have science or math, you just want to be working on your annotated bibliography, and you want to be working on your Vermont History Day slideshow. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions? Again, it's really great to see everybody on the stream. I miss you guys. This is like the best part of the year. And so hopefully we're going to be able to have some fun, and we'll be able to keep connecting, and we'll be able to be productive. And we'll just keep moving forward. That's for sure. Now, can we still work with our partners for Vermont History Day? Yep, you certainly can. I do want to point out that we have two groups who are actually submitting to the we have two groups who are submitting to the virtual Vermont History Day. They've worked really hard. That's awesome. Chen Chen has a question. How would we do that? Both Dia and Chen Chen, you can submit work you can submit what you've completed on the project, or if you want, you can continue to work with your partner. That's really up to you. I'm just looking for something that shows me that you understand the breaking barriers theme, and then you're putting together a slideshow. And remember, that's a challenge by choice. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions? Just a reminder also, just to kind of keep reading, your second book log of the trimester is due on Friday. I didn't include that in the email. That's something like, that's extra. Really, I just want you to be focused on History Day. And also this weekend is the third leg of the Dynamix 802 virtual race series. So far, we've had 62 participants. We've had some good times, and we've donated almost $60 to the Vermont Food Bank, and we also made a donation to the Birch Grove Bakery, who then made baked goods for healthcare workers at Central Vermont Medical Center. So if you're interested, you can run, bike, walk, ride. That's happening. The third leg of the Dynamix virtual race series is happening this weekend, May 1st through May 3rd. So hopefully I'll see folks at the Green Team meeting that's happening at 11 o'clock. Until then, you guys should be working on your Vermont History Day. And the other thing I also want to point out is that as you're accumulating your certificates of learning, you should please be putting those on the evidence page of your PLP. I'm going to start looking at your evidence pages, and hopefully I'll see all the certificates you've earned are in place on the evidence page. Okay. Anybody have any last questions? Any last questions? Okay, folks, don't forget to check your email. 11 o'clock today, we have the Green Team meeting. If I don't see you then, I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Again, I hope everybody had a great break. It's great to see you on the call. Have a nice day. And as always, if you have any questions or issues, don't forget to email me. Or don't forget, I also have that phone number that you can text me. I'll put that in tomorrow's email. Okay? All right, everybody. Have a great day. It's great to see everybody. And take care. Bye now.